And take a look at this drone video from outside Vivint Smart Home Arena. We are now just hours away from the NBA All-Star festivities kicking off here in Salt Lake City. And tonight we're getting our first-hand look inside Vivint Arena. Thanks for being with us for 2 News at 5. I'm Heidi Hatch.
And I'm Mark Cabell. Let's get right to Brian Schnee, who had the chance to check out Vivint Arena today to see that the venue was being transformed into an all-star venue. And Brian, what did you see out there today as they were making preparations?
Well, Mark and Heidi, we're outside now. We were inside earlier today. The court is very clean. It's a very simple design. They were doing sound check on a stage that'll feature some really big performers. This is a huge production that will be seen all over the world.
This is a city that is big event ready.
Let's hear it for the Rocks.
Years of planning and now just days away from the 72nd NBA All-Star Game.
This is a city that certainly from hosting an Olympics, but now is thinking about future events and possible. I think what's exciting is that maybe people don't realize this is how big event ready this city is.
Salt Lake City is getting ready to host more than 100,000 out-of-towners for this event.
We've got fans coming from around the world. Certainly we've got guests coming from around the world, and for many of those, this is their first time in Salt Lake City, which is why this event is so important.
And for those across the globe that won't be making the trip, the game will be broadcast to over 200 countries.
Well, basically, the world feed is riding the domestic broadcast. We've found over the years that the international audience really likes the look of our domestic broadcast partners, the graphics.
For the fans that are able to be in Vivint Arena for some of the events,
it's definitely a show. All-Star is definitely a show. We like the competition. We want the competition because that's part of the show. But the show around the game is what All-Star is all about.
They can expect entertainment beyond the game itself.
There's a lot of history, a lot of NBA basketball history in this city with in the 90s. So being here and being able to put it on a show 30 years after it happened the first time is pretty special.
Well, basketball fan or not, an event of this magnitude is really special to have in your city. So Salt Lake City alone should feel pretty good about having this one here. Carlton, who you just heard from, who's worked for the NBA for 27 years, prior to him coming here a few months ago, had never been to Salt Lake City before. It's just one of 3 NBA cities he'd never visited. He believes, like many others, that there will be a lot of first-timers here in Utah for NBA All-Star Weekend. Live in downtown Salt Lake City outside of Vivint Arena, Brian Schnee, KUTV 2 News.